And to continue on the pressing thing, this was the best in the second half, especially the best I've seen Liverpool press this season. I thought they were just incredible to a point where it was tiring to watch on television because of all those red shirts running everywhere at high intensity. I think people underestimate. I think the high press, everybody can run a lot, and there's players who can do better, do more than others, of course. But you can work on people's fitness and people running a lot. It's not so much that. It's just that imagine if you're the opposition, how difficult it must be to face a team like that. Because you know that, again, it's not so much the running, it's the pressure that it puts on you mentally, in the sense that every time you get the ball, if you're Akanji, Walker, Diaz, Ederson, Stones, and Rodri especially, that every touch has to be perfect. That if you miscontrol the ball, if you misplace the pass, if one of your passes is overweight, they will recover the ball high and you'll be in trouble.
And I think this is made possible
mentally.
It's draining mentally, but it's made possible not just by the fitness, but by the coordination of the passing. Because yes, it feels really intense, and I agree with you, tiring on television, but there's always specific triggers. There's always coordinated movements with it. It's not simply like, one of the stupid terms that has come up in this country in the last couple of years that I hear from ex-pros is like, hunt in packs. Let's hunt in packs. I'm like, this is so stupid. Really? Hunt in packs? Like, why don't you just say press high? It's the same thing, right? It's the same thing, right? And you can watch it and you can see the triggers. I thought Szoboszlai, not good on the ball, clearly maybe not fully fit yet and stuff. But I thought he was actually one of the keys to it, together with Elliott and Diaz. I was thinking like, all right, who was Liverpool's best player? I would have given it to Diaz if not for all the goal chances that he was unable to he missed. So I gave it to Van Dijk in the end because I thought he was phenomenal. And we need to talk that because we haven't mentioned the large blonde Norwegian yet.
Yeah.
He had the one-on-one with Van Dijk, which ended up in a tame shot.
But it was still a shot.
It was still a shot, but yeah, but he's stretching to get the shot off.
I know, but it's a shot on target. It's still a shot.
You didn't think Van Dijk was magnificent in that game?
No, I thought he was great in the game.
Van Dijk still surrounded by Kwanzaa, Jogo at left back, Bradley, who I thought played really well at right back.
Kwanzaa as well, apart from one mistake.
I mean, I know we've had our moments of criticism of Van Dijk, but this was a tremendous performance.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really, really amazing. Really amazing. And Haaland was really disappointing, I thought. Apart from a few touches there and there, the ball for Doku before the post, stuff like that. But overall, this is just not a game for him, I think.
I think Foden also one or two moments, but then I expect
he has to score in the second half at 1-1.
Yeah, when you get anointed the best player in the league, it was almost like a curse.
Yeah.
And I almost wonder if KDB's like, wait a minute, he's not even one of the three best players on this team, and now all of a sudden the coach, the gaffer. I know I'm not suggesting
maybe you're right. Maybe
that,
it's a good point.
but I do wonder, right? He's not one of we know how much you love Rodri. You'll take KDB ahead of him, and I presume you'll take Haaland ahead of him, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I know.
On the KDB thing, we've seen this before, and it's funny, and I don't know. Because he always had that short hair and he's got red hair and stuff and he always looks kind of nerdy, right? Now that he's gone for the shaggier look, is he, maybe just psychologically, it seems like he's a little more vocal and rebellious. He does not like being substituted. It's not the first time we've seen it.
I mean,
at 32, but when Pep went over to talk to him during the game, which
I've never seen anything like this.
You don't often see that.
No, people are saying like, oh, let's not make it bigger than what it is. Okay, tell me another manager in like a big manager in a big team. I'm not talking like some dude in League One or something, right? Who after a substitution in a game like this, where there's so much tension and pressure, it's 1-1. You're under pressure. You are dominated. You go and sit down next to your player to have a little like a little chat to comfort him or something. I've never seen this happen ever, and certainly not in Pep's career.
Yeah, well, we've seen Pep do unusual things. We've seen
sitting down next to someone in a game.
I don't know if it was mind things. I don't know if the situation is more serious than actually happened, than we actually know of. Maybe something was said and Pep felt he needed to intervene straight away. I just don't know how to read this because it seems so strange. Two guys who've worked together for so long.
Yeah.
and it's such a public sphere. And then obviously emotions are running high, but these guys are professionals. These guys are superstars, not just because they're good, but because they control their emotions, right? Or they channel their emotions.
Yeah. So do you think KDB could have said, "Why did you take me off?" Or do you think KDB was saying to Pep, "There's clearly a problem here. Look, we can't keep the ball up, or we can't."
You mean once Pep sat down with him and they were having a conversation?
Yeah. So already when he come off, he told him, I guess, the same thing that then they discussed again after. Because if it's something that KDB said to Pep, look, I don't understand why we can't keep the ball, and look, so and so is too wide. I don't know, whatever tactical it is, I've got no issue with it. And Pep sits down because he will learn something maybe from KDB's observation from the pitch. If it's KDB saying, "Why do you take me off?" There's 20 minutes to go.
He makes it all about him. Then
Then I've got slightly more of an issue because you can't question your coach's decision.
Not at that time.
No, you're right. Certainly not during that game. And then he comes and sit down next to you instead of like focusing on the pitch. So this is what I would like to see. But Pep seems to be quite dismissive after this. And yeah, it's okay. This has happened a lot.
I wonder if they've secretly promoted him to assistant coach because what's his name is getting older.
Juan Malillo. Yeah, maybe.
Juan Malillo,
Yeah.